running here in ERO F5. I'm your commentator, Sparrow Maltby. And yeah, we're here, we're vibing. 10 people in F5, or worse numbers than F1, and that's saying something. Right then. Who is who? Because I don't know who is who. Thrown on board with Mr. Taylor. Don't know his. I don't know his. Jesus Christ. Don't know how to pronounce his first name. I'm gonna go with. I'm not even gonna try it. So we have Mr. Taylor. I'll just call him Taylor for the easiness of it. As he now rounds the final corner to start his lap. Turn everything on. He's gonna go into turn 1. That's a lot of battery gone already. Heavy on the brakes. Into turn 1. That's 5 and as a grid place penalty for a collision with Istford. He's got no front wing, that makes sense. Down to 4th gear, nice and calm through there by Taylor. I'll give it a go. Shay? I don't know. Just message me how to pronounce your name. We'll work from there. As it's 33.9 in sector 1 for the Brit. Goes on to the long back stretch now. He's down to 4th gear. Through the little chicane there. He's gonna go up through the gears into 8th. DRS wide open. Bit of battery drainage into the fast right left of 24 and 25. 24, I don't know. I don't have a track map up. Can't be bothered putting a track map up. So we now go diving down into turn 27. Heavy on the brakes for the Mercedes driver. He's going to have DRS wide open, draining the battery across the line, 31.4. Next up is the Alpine of Sokol. Or Suchol. He goes, you know what, I'll start pronouncing it Suchol. Suchol rounds the final corner, DRS wide open, a bit more ERS than Taylor. He's going to set a 29.0, is the Alpine driver. Next up is the other Mercedes, no it's not, it's Istford. So it's a huge slide, does the Hungarian. Hello Simon, how you doing mate? Sorry for jumping ship to F5 because of the demotion. Istford now rounds the final corner, DRS wide open, barely any battery. They'll cross the line, 31.1 for the Hungarian. Next up is the Ferrari of João Santos, goes P2. Then it is VRC Jordan, who's the first lot on a lap. Maratibali's just started hers as Jordan. Oh, great line through there. I actually need to see people's names or anything. Don't really go on that. As Jordan is now draining the battery. Down into the final corner now is Jordan. The other Brit in the lobby is there is only two, excluding me. As he now goes across the line, it's a 29.9 for the British driver. So now right on board with Mr. Maratib Ali. Gonna go through the sweepers heavy into the braking zone. Getting it nice and slow down. DRS wide open. Draining a bit of battery. Heavy into the final corner on the brakes. Up through the gears. DRS wide open. Draining the battery across the line. It's a 29.0. Only 5 milliseconds off Suchol. Then I'll see Mohammed fires on. Going through the sweepers. Sweepers part 2, I should say. So he goes into the fast chicane, carrying a lot of speed. DRS wide open for the Alpine. Burning a bit more battery. Heavy on the brakes now. Getting the car slow down, then it's just draining the battery to the line. And for Mohammed fires on, it's going to be a 29.0 as well. Next up is Powell, Mr. Wainu. Welcome in, son. See Mr. Powell going through the sweepers part 1. 34.0 in the first sector for the Mercedes. Around in the hairpin. Huge slide for the Mercedes driver. It's another huge slide for Powell. So we're going to go through the sweepers, heavy on the brakes, through the fast chicane. It's going to be draining the battery now. DRS wide open, want to stop draining the battery. So we see a stopped car of Suchol. So we're going to see Mr. Powell coming across the line now. It's going to be a 32.5, but it did have a lot of mistakes. So we are over halfway through this qualifying session now. Suchol was doing quite good to hold on to this pole position at the current moment, as Bjorn Rasmussen has got front wing damage. That's good to see. So yeah, I'm going to ride on board with the man. No, we're not. He's got front wing damage. We're not even going to ride on board with João Santos. Is Maratib Ali on a lap? No, he's coming in. He's just finished his lap. So, Jordan, were you supposed to do that? As he lets the other Brit past. Oh, I'm tired. And I've got to do a race after this, so... Yippee. And so we're now actually going to ride on board with Mr. Shea Taylor, I don't know. And the Mercedes, the Brit Mercedes. He's going to go up through the gears, round turn 3 into Wrongston corner. Heavy on the brakes, getting it slowed down. I am riding on board with Jordan, son, don't worry. You might know, I'm not riding on board with Jordan, sorry son. Now I'm going to go heavy on the brakes through the first chicane. Up through the gears now into turn 7. No problem, son. Taps the wall on the inside there, somehow not invalidating. He's gonna go down into the hairpin. He's 4 and a bit tenths down in his time. Through the sweepers part 2. Huge slide there. Sweepers. Do the more sweepers. As he's gonna dive into the pits. Shea doesn't. Shea goes in. As Faizan has invalidated, Suchol hasn't. He's going to go through the sweepers, heavy on the brakes, flat on exit, burning the battery now. As Suchol is marginally up on his time, tiny bit of a slide there for the Alpine. The Mercedes is going to let him past. DRS wide open for the Alpine. And into the final corner. Going to essentially get a tiny bit of slipstream from the Williams. It's going to be across the line. It's going to be a 28.9 for Suchol. So Nick Hill is going to finish off his lap here across the line. 34.8 for him. We now tune in to Bjorn Rasmussen. Or do we tune in to we'll tune in with Bjorn Rasmussen. It's Bjorn through the sweepers part 1. Heavy on the brakes. Just trail braking off. Bit of a wall ride there for the Williams. So now I'm going to go heavy on the brakes. Down to 3rd gear is an interesting choice. Takes a very wide line through these corners. I would be right up against the wall. 3.4 in combined sector 1 and 2. So now I'm going to go up into the final corner as he has used all his battery that he is allowed to. Through the final corner. It's going to be a dash to the line. What time will Bjorn Rasmussen put up? Is the time good enough for P8? Here comes Wayne. cross the line. He's almost 2 seconds up. Cross the line, 2.3 seconds up, 30.2 for the Mercedes driver. As we see Maritib Ali on a lap, on an out lap. So is Jordan, so is Mohammed Faizan, and so is the British Mercedes driver, who has got his ERS deployment on medium, which is an interesting decision in my opinion, but I'm not the driver, so we're going to watch on board with the guy in P2 at the current moment, Mr. Maritib Ali. He's going to go. Probably the race might have a lot of penalties. As Maritib Ali starts his lap. His final lap here in qualifying. Heavy on the brakes, down to second gear. Down to first gear. Well, that's pushing it with what I would do. He's now going to go into Wrongston corner, down to third gear. Up through the gears now. Through the sweepers part 1. Tiny bit of a lift down to 5th gear, back up to 6th. Tiny bit of a slide on exit. Using a bit of battery, and he's 7 tenths up. You reckon out of the 10 drivers there will be 63 seconds of time penalties because of track limits? Okay. That's fair. Maritib Ali is going to cross another sector line. He's almost 6 tenths up. As Sokol has to get a move on. I don't think he's going to start his flying lap. So, Maritib Ali has as Jordan's binned it in Lance Stroll corner. Maritib Ali is going to come across the line. It's going to be a great lap. It's going to be a 28.5 for the man from Pakistan. Faizan needs a good Sector 2 time here. That is a good Sector 2 time. 8 tenths up on his best lap. That's going to put him around the 28.2s, which is a great lap. That's quicker than me, which isn't really saying anything because I'm not that quick. As Mohammed Faizan, he's going to have DRS wide open. It's going to be across the line. It's going to be a 28.0. Jesus Christ. He's not improving. Is this Ford going to improve? He's 2 tenths up, but here comes João Santos. Across the line. 3 tenths gain into the 28.9s. And here comes Isford as I have a ping in Discord which I need to check out. That was a long time on the brakes for Isford. He's going to go across the line. It's going to be 6 tenths gained up to a 30.5. It's going to be a solid lap for the Hungarian, but Mohammed Faizan is going to take a dominant pole position. As Mohammed Faizan does have a 5-place grid penalty, so he will drop down to P6, but it's now Maritib Ali on pole, followed by Suchol, João Santos, Jordan, Powell, Faizan, Che, Isford, Bjorn, and Nick Hill. Rounding out the grid here, Isford's got a 5th place as well, so he's going to drop down behind Bjorn and Nick Hill. God, how can I forget Nick Hill? God. As we are here for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, which is soon to kick off, as I need to have a look at F3 attendance. Got most people racing, so should have some fun. So we wait for the drivers to ready up. Now they are going to 3, 4, 5 red lights in front of the drivers now. Lights out and away we go for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Sukol with a great start as João Santos turns across Jordan and Faizan is up to P3 immediately. So now we're going to go diving into Wrongston corner. Sukol with a good lead so far. As we now go through, exiting the sweep as part 1 now as Sukol is definitely going to get a warning for that. Heavy into the hairpin as Nick Hill overtakes someone, as there's overtaking between the two Mercedes. This could be interesting. So have a look at the tyres. Everyone's on mediums bar Nick Hill. Does Jordan have damage? Let's have a look. I can't tell, they're going too quick. That's the name of this. That's the name of the sport. No, he does not have damage. He's doing fine. So a front wing fly off someone. That could be. Gosh, give me one sec. Gotta be. It's not Mohammed Faizan, is it? No, Isford. No, and no. No, no. Could it be one of the top two? Not Suchol, and it's. I don't know. Oh my. That's a creative line through there, Mohammed. Mohammed is going very close to track limits here. So you go further down the field with the fight for P6 between Shea, Isford, between both Mercs and an Aston. Oh, dirty air through here is going to be horror as Isford taps the inside wall. Going to let Powell go past now. There's going to be a fight. Change for the race lead here. That's it. Oh, there's an Alpine sandwich that Maratib Ali's in. Right on board with Mohammed Faizan, and he's draining the battery now as Maratib Ali's going to send one on Suchol. Bit of contact, pushing Suchol off, and he's going to get a 3-second for it. That's probably going to be appealed. Maratib gets straight back past into Wrongston corner. That's 3 seconds, so we are... Give me 1 second, let's do maths. As Suchol goes wide again, it's a safe rejoin by 21 more penalties to go. 20 penalties left to go, I should say. There's probably going to be a move further down the field, as this Ford was getting quite close to the rear. Oh, Powell. Potentially make a move into Lance Stroll corner as we have the beautiful helicam. This Ford's going to stay behind. So now we're going to have a quick look forward to a man from Pakistan and a man who is taking F5 by dominating in previous seasons, but not actually ever winning the title, I don't think. The Maritib Ali now with a 3-second, 19 penalties more to go for Sam's prediction of 63 seconds. Now go through the sweepers part 2. I need my fan blowing on me a bit more. That's perfect. As British summertime is absolutely sweltering right now. 28 degrees. Just what you want to see. Tomorrow it's going to be somewhat similar. Rainy days ahead, according to my laptop. Let's go! There's probably going to be a move for the final podium position. João Santos making an interesting decision to lift off so he wouldn't overtake Suchol. That's an interesting decision by Zhao, in my opinion. As Faizan has lost DRS to Maritib Ali. Now João Santos getting a beautiful run. He's going to try and go around the outsider. No, he's not. Going to try a switch back on him. No. I might try and move around the outside into that corner in the F3 race, just for the fun of it. As now João Santos is going to pounce on Suchol. So he's not going to pounce. Did he lift off the throttle again? Or was just Suchol burning battery? Could have been either. This time it's Suchol burning battery. But here comes the Portugueseman as there's yellow flags further down the field. That is Isford. So now we're going to go into turn 1. Here comes João Santos draining the batteries. Definitely going to go for the move here. Through goes João Santos. Sokol's going to try and hold around the outside. Now Zhao's trying to go around the outside into Rongsun corner. Who's going to back out of it? It's going to be Zhao. And Zhao's gonna go through the sweepers, right in the dirty air. of the Alpine of Suchol. Goes heavy on the brakes into the flash again. DRS wide open. Zhao with around 10% more battery than the Alpine. So I'm gonna go start lap 7 where these guys. Where's Ronks tonight? He's not racing in F5. As here comes Jean Santos, trying to finally overtake Suchol. He could potentially try a switch back here. He gave it a go, but couldn't quite pull it off. As you go into Rongson's corner. David, do you think I was commentating an F4 tonight? I'm not, no, it's too early for F4. Ah, who cares? As Suchol goes a bit deep into the hairpin. Here comes Jean Santos. Did he lift off there on exit again? That, I don't know. I'm getting another ping in Discord. There we go. Finally put in an announcement. What days do you guys race on? Well, we have F1 tiers. Oh, F1 25 tier. Yep, thank you, David. I was going to start explaining that, but then I just saw David's message. Thanks for that, David. As Bjorn Rasmussen made a move on S5 as he slammed into a wall as Suchol has gone into the pits. Quite early on. Yes, I have to race on a Saturday at 6:30 PM. As Powell and Isford have also dived into the pits. As Jordan now gets 3-second time penalty. 18 more time penalties to go. Sam will sign up later. That's good to hear. A new driver in ERO. That's good to see. I'm gonna sign up. They are. Hopefully, David has said them by now before I say them. Why there are only 10 people, Rog? Because there's barely any people racing. I don't know what I just meant by that. There's no real close fights. Mohammed Maratib. It's Abu Dhabi, David. The other one. What did I just see? As Jordan gets 10 seconds for speeding in the pits. Have you just clipped something, Roch? As Bjorn Rasmussen's also in the pits. Yeah, Rog, I just didn't know what to say, if I'll be honest with you. I just... I can't speak that well, okay, Rog? The Suchol gets past the Mercedes of Shea on his fresh mediums. Mediums? What am I on about? Hards? God. As the top two come into the pits. Zhao was thinking about it, but he's going to go into the race lead for the time being. Suchol, will he have done the undercut on the leading pair? As we have 17 people watching. This is great news for the league. He will have not undercut them. He is 2 seconds behind his team man. Welcome in. Oh, bloody hell. Welcome in, Asham. Nice to see new people in here. As Nick Hill has lost the rear end. Mohamed Faizan is right on the rear now. Of Maratib Ali. That's a corner cut, and it's a 3-second time penalty for Mohamed Faizan. So I'm going to go through the fast corners. That could be another warning for Mohamed Faizan. But we're going to go... Do we want to go back down here? No, because there's going to be a change for position, potentially, between these two. There could also be a change in position between these two. Jordan potentially could make a move as João Santos dives into the pitch. Jordan with a dive bomb. You don't want to... You want to see your brother's pace on this game, okay. As there's I missed the move for the race lead. Mohamed Faizan goes wide though. He's going to go heavy on the brakes. Through the sweepers. The part one of them. Oh, did he fall 6 places? He just made a pit stop. So we now have 24 people watching. This is great news. Yes, they did pit. So now go through on the beautiful... That's a good question. I don't know if we're on a 1-stop or a 2-stop. We'll have to find out, as we are going to see a move for João Santos on Shea, or Che, however you pronounce his first name. It's a 1-stop, says Sam. That's if you're your pace, potentially. I don't know. I couldn't tell you with F5. F5 is different gravy compared to the guys in F1 and F2 who could pull off a 1-stop like it's nothing. No, I definitely couldn't pull off a 1-stop if I wanted to. But hey-ho. Mohamed Faizan is pulling away from Maratib Ali, who is having a mass amount of understeer, I think. Not got any front wing damage, most likely the dirty air. Maratib just about gets the DRS from Faizan. Through Stroll corner. We're going to be sending it into the final corner. as we see Nick Hill letting the leaders through, as here comes Maratibali, gonna go round the outside of the straight, setting the fastest lap of a 31.5. Maratibali gets the move done for the race leaders. The yellow flags in sector 3. That could just be Nick Hill letting drivers pass. As we see Shea down into the pits. It was a nice move by the Williams. He goes over the curve. It takes a lot of curve on the inside. He's gonna ride with Mohamed Faizan. Jordan gets 3 second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Sam's not gonna be happy about that. Well, that must be hallucinating, so I thought I heard someone shout, saying that they were home. Ah, who cares? I knew Sam wasn't going to be happy about it. Here we go. As Faizan sends a move to the inside, it's a solid dive bomb by the Alpine driver. Oh, go away, you annoying little camera angle. You could even see the blooming air intake in this angle. What is going on? So now I'm going to go through the hairpin. Williams want to try and retake this lead and have a scrap for the scrap of the season, as there is yellow flags in sector 1. Contact between Maratibali and Bjorn Rasmussen. Not Maratibali, Istfod and Bjorn Rasmussen. I just can't name people at the current moment. Those changing positions every lap is the top 2. And I'm going to go heavy onto the brakes into the final corner. Here comes Maratibali to make another move on Mohamed Faizan. Faizan defending it. There's yellow flags in the final corner. That's going to be... Jordan is screwed. Late safety car and Jordan is screwed. I was going to say... Yellow, that's just Nick Hill slowing down for drivers to go through, because he's a nice guy like that. As Maratibali goes over the curbs on both sides. As Waney pits for a second time here. So he's on a 2-stop. As he pits with 11 laps to go. Here comes Maratibali. Maratibali did not get the DRS there. Merck on a 2-stop. So's the Williams, but he has front wing damage. So we let him off. Now Maratibali is on a similar amount of battery as the race leader. So now we're going to go into the final 10 laps as João Santos makes a move on Jordan with DRS. Now I'm going to go through the final corner. Suchol pits. It could be a two-stop for the F5 guys. João Santos now moves up onto the podium. Going through the part one of the sweepers. As Faizan goes off. As Jordan's out. Sam's not going to be very happy. What's happened to him then? Oh, he's done a wrong, son. Oh no, he's done a wrong, son. Sam is not going to be happy with that. Jordan was in a good position there. P4 but with 16 seconds time penalties. No safety car though. Which is a bit odd as we usually see safety cars if there is a crash like that. I've done that before. So yeah. Mount Valley's draining a bit of battery to try and catch up to the rear of the Alpine. Sam just with the frowning emoji. Jordan has left the session. Nick Hill has spun again. So we're gonna go. Is that something then? I thought I heard something, maybe. Nick Hill's on to soft compounded tyres. Isfod's dived into the pits. No, nothing. Cool. I am hallucinating. Once again, that's fun. Massive alley. Very deep into Stroll corner. He's still gonna have the DRS though. But he's gonna be very far behind the race leader. He is draining the battery to try and get back into DRS range of Mohamed Faizan. So we're gonna go on to lap 18 of 25. Here comes Maratib Ali. Could send one down the inside, which he does. Faizan comes across him. Better contact between the pair of them. This could get spicy now. Maratib braking fairly late there. The Suchol sets the fastest lap of the race. As he's done medium hard, so he went for the harder allocation. It's like India versus Pakistan at cricket. Well said, Wrongson. So now I'm gonna go through the sweepers part 2. Maratib Ali is now outside of DRS range of Mohamed Faizan. And Sam, I don't think your prediction of 63 seconds of time penalty is going to come true. We only have 12 with 7 laps to go. The guys are doing quite well so far. So yeah. Big up the F5 boys. I was going to say the F4 boys, but no, we're in F5. I don't commentate F4 anymore. And that's Simon's job. As Angry Danish driver now gets a 3-second time penalty. Cool. I could have raced Matthew. God, I could have raced Matthew. Oh. Yeah, Wrongson's at 7:40, I'm at 7:30. Only a 10-minute difference as Nick Hill goes off the track once again. Why do people have little grounds and numbers? I don't like it. There is people home. Cool. Now I'm gonna go through the sweepers on board with Martivali. No safety cars here today at the current moment. Probably commentators cursed that. Now I'm gonna go through the sweepers. Maratib. Why do you go down to third gear? I would like to know. Because I can take that. You can take that in fifth. Suchol. It's closed up to the rear of João Santos. João Santos. It's the way that I speak. It doesn't seem right. Oh god, I don't want to do that. Oh good god. Smaratabali is within DRS range of Mohamed Faizan, but so is Suchol. So now I'm going to go cross the line to start lap 21 for themselves. They go. Is going to be a dive bomb for Suchol? No, not quite. Suchol goes quite deep there. And I'm going to go back up to the lead fight of Maratib Ali and Mohamed Faizan. We could also stay with the fight between Suchol and João Santos. Let's stay with this until... Oh, Suchol. Another 3-second time penalties. There's yellow flags. And that would be Nick Hill letting drivers through. Top two now. Very close to each other. I could potentially get a bit of practice in for the F3 race. This would be great news for me. Bit of a slide there for Maratib. Ow. As I bang my knee on my sim rig, Powell gets a 3-second time penalty. Where am I getting a ping from? As there is a bit of drama between the top two. Suchol is going to make a move on the João Santos into turn one. Just got the corner, he did. I didn't quite see the entirety of it because I was too busy doing something. As Hans says, you got to hand the position back. Well, I don't know. These guys But in real F1, that would probably be give the position back. You've been a bit naughty. As I was, you know, that's someone in the chat. As Mohammed Faizan is now going to be under pressure once again by Maratib Ali, who's switched off the ERS. Just seeing actual F1 races, not esports. That's fun. Now I'm going to see a move by Maratib Ali. Is he going to squeeze him to the inside? No, he's not. Would have been a bit cheeky if he did. So now I'm going to go racing to the line. 3 more laps to go. Maratib Ali goes a bit deep into Wrongston corner. Here comes Mohammed Faizan. Trying to get the overtake done on Maratib Ali for the race win. It's a good line through the fast chicane by Mohammed Faizan. Is Maratib Ali using a bit of VRS? I don't know if he could have been. Here we go. Through the fast chicane. It's going to be a dash to the final corner. Mohammed Faizan's just going to save his battery while Maratib Ali drains it a bit more. So now I'm going to go on to the penultimate lap of the race. Mohammed Faizan draining a bit of the battery. So was Maratib Ali. Now we're going to go into the slow chicane of 1 and 2. Picking up the throttle. Going into Wrongston corner. I want to ride on the T-cam with Mohammed Faizan for a bit, because I hate that camera angle. Could be indeed. Could be quite intense. So now I'm going to go through the hairpin. Maratib Ali goes deep into the hairpin. Mohammed Faizan could potentially pull off a move into Lance Stroll corner. Maratib Ali with a lot less ERS than the man that's chasing him down. What's the time penalties for them? Is 3-3 for the pair of them. So we're going to go on to the final lap of the race. Mohammed Faizan trying to get a good launch out of the corner. Both of them draining the battery. Mohammed Faizan wants this win here in the desert. Gonna try and go around the outside into turn 1 and 2. Got 3 more DRS zones after this. You got Sweepers Park 2 going into the final corner, then up to the line. Oh, that's gonna cost Faizan the race. He beached it on the curb. Oh, that has probably sealed Maratib Ali's victory. It isn't at all. ERO channel that's typing in the chat. Unless Maritib Ali somehow gets a 3-second time penalty. He's going to play it safe. He's going to round the final couple corners. Maritib Ali is going to take victory here in the deserts of Saudi Arabia. Maritib Ali wins the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix for Williams, followed by Mohammed Faizan. Suchol's run out of fuel. Suchol's run out of fuel. It's already, the penalties have cost him a victory. Not a victory, a podium. But is he going to finish on the podium on track? Yes, he is. João Santos is going to finish on the podium, followed by Suchol. Next across the line is going to be Nick Hill. So we have yellow flags of Wayne. He's also ran out of fuel. Isford could potentially snatch a P6 here. Wayne gets a 10-second for cutting the corner. Nick Hill crossed the line. We're going to see a move by Isford on the man without any fuel. Shea gets P5 for Mercedes. Around the final corner is going to be Isford in P6. Followed by Powell, who ran out of fuel halfway through the lap. And there's going to be Bjorn Rasmussen rounding out the grid. And that is the end of the race here in ERO F5. It's going to be victory for Maritib Ali. It's going to be Faizan P2, João Santos P3, Suchol P4, Shea P5, Isford P6, Powell P7, Bjorn P8, Nick Hill P9, and Jordan with a DNF. This is your race director. If anyone wants to use it, small race director this week. I've been your commentator, Sparrow Maltby. It's been great commentating ERO F5 as I haven't done it in a while. So yes, we will wait for the timer to run down. It's been great commentating this division, and I'll see you next week as we head off to, give me one sec while I find the calendar, to a track that is yet to be confirmed as we have the mystery GP here in ERO next weekend. And I'll see you all then here in F5. Goodbye.